welcome. I'm Sidney Williams, and welcome to Flash of Fear, a little flash reading series I've been doing for my YouTube channel. And certainly, this may not be the scheduled time for a new installment, but we're all in the same boat here. We're all hunkered down, so it seemed maybe time to put something out, even if it's a special installment of Flash of Fear. As mentioned, I am Sidney Williams, and been a longtime writer of scary stories in various mediums, including novels, short stories, and comic book horror. And this piece, let me provide the trigger warning. It suggests violence, as many scary stories do. And please let me note, too, this is not my usual location, but my wife is working from home. And so I have made the office as well lighted as I can. And maybe this is good mood lighting for a scary story. Anyway, this story, it was published on my blog a few years ago, and it also appears in my collection Scars and Candy from Crossroad Press. That's brought out a lot of my backlist, including my 80s and 90s horror titles from the Paperbacks from Hell horror era. And this piece was written as part of a little blogathon that some friends and I did a few years ago for Halloween time. I think Charles Gramlich on his blog Razored Zen started posting some horror flash around Halloween time, and I contributed a couple of pieces. This is one of them, and I think Stuart Sternberg and maybe Jim Miller. I'm not sure who all of our little blog circle in those days. Avery DeBow. I'm not sure who all did those, but a lot of folks with books out now contributed tales back in the day. And this, again, trigger warning, suggests violence, scary in a dark way. So be prepared. But anyway, this is a piece called Jack-o'-lanterns by Sidney Williams. Jack-o'-lanterns. You need sharp tools for carving. It helps with the detail. I, I won't carry out any pretense that I'm talking about a pumpkin. You're too smart for that. You've seen Tales from the Crypt, or you maybe even heard of EC Comics and William M. Gaines and all those old tales of revenge. Now, in those stories, you'd have had to watch or read until almost the end for the twist, in which it would be revealed that the carving involved not a pumpkin, but the head of my wife's lover. The Revenge of the Cuckold, it might be called, and the build-up would be all about the pumpkin carving and all of the careful, precise cuts. Only in the last frame might it be revealed that the lover's head was the stand-in for the more traditional choice of jack-o'-lantern. The wife might return home to see the lover's ruined face staring at her from the front window, eyes hollowed out, a permanent grin carved onto the lips, a candle shoved up through the throat. Quite a story, but not the one on the agenda. I've already done that carving. It's the head of my wife's ex-lover, the one before you. I wanted a little practice. We'll give you a look at it. If I put it in the window, she might not come in. We wouldn't want that. We'll want her here. Please stop struggling. It's not going to do you any good. We'll want her here so that she can watch when the carving begins on you, so that she can see the detail work even as you scream. And she'll just keep watching for what comes next. Thank you. And again, dark little tale, but hope it gives you a break from some of the other tensions. And hope you will join me again in the future for another Flash of Fear.